And I know that Hormozi said, oh, it doesn't matter about the product, you should only care about the marketing. Well, I'd like you guys to focus on the product because we do the marketing for you. All right, so today we're looking at Skool as an education platform, as a community platform. That's how they kind of advertise themselves. So we're just going to look at some of the upsides, some of the downsides of the community. And I do run some communities that are in here. And I'll give you my take after maybe about a year of using the thing. And hopefully someone from Skool will see this and they'll implement the changes. But there's quite a few things that are a little bit annoying with the platform. Now, the good thing about it is, look, it's got the classroom, okay? That's nice, so people can actually access the content. The classroom tends to load kind of slow. There's limited customization within each module. You know, you click on a module. Let me try and switch over to a different community. You can see how slow that loaded. So, okay, let me click the fundamentals. Let's say this is a Muay Thai community that we own. You click in here, look, it's all just like one long bar. So a lot of these could be thumbnails. And when you use the classroom function on the mobile, these thumbnails are far too big. You want them to be a little bit smaller. You want people to have choice, right? Because look how many modules we have here. And within each one, there's like 30 different videos in there and various lessons, okay? This kind of feature, it's too much. You need to simplify these things for people, okay? It needs to be thought a bit more through, okay? Also on this setting, this is basically a billboard, which, you know, I can understand why you'd want something like this, but this is very difficult to run a community if it's just a billboard and people are just posting things in there. Like, you know, if I want to say something here, it'll pop up as a post like this. Like, how is that? How can you actually run a community like that? I don't understand. So what, like if you have 100 people and they all post, then you have to scroll every time like that much to see 100 messages. There has to be more of a chat function going on there because it's a bit too messy at this moment of time. Things in general in school, certain things that take up too much space need to be smaller, and other things that perhaps need to be bigger aren't big enough, if that makes sense. Also, the amount of online members when someone is trying to sign up, what is that about? Like, you're obviously lowering conversions if it's a new community and there's not that many people online. And when it comes to courses and communities in general, people don't stay online for them for that long. People buy a course, they might view the first couple of modules, most people, and then they'll kind of forget about it, right? Like, that's how it goes. They get the information that they wanted, and then they'll forget about it. Maybe it gets a new update, they'll log in again. But in general, most people don't stay online all the time. That's just how it goes. So I don't see why you would have an online function displayed in the about page. Like, how this is how it looks, right? Why would you have that? I don't understand. And why does it matter how many admins are in the community? How does it help? I can understand why you'd have members, but there should be a function where you can hide the number of members too. Because if you're a small community, you don't have the advantage, right? There's not that many members. But if you're a big community, you have an advantage. So, like, what's going on there a bit? You know, you haven't really thought about the customer nearly enough there. Or us as creators of these communities, you need to think about that a little bit more. This as well, this functionality as a landing page, these load far too slow. You know, in between these, like, look. Like, that's ridiculous. You know, too slow, far too slow. So you need to have better functionality here in terms of loading times as well. And then also, like, this about page. Like, how am I supposed to sell using this? Like, this isn't nearly enough. You should be able to give us custom landing pages that we can do direct checkouts with, instead of this just like about pages. And the other thing, guys, is like, no one really discovers community. Anyway, you need custom landing pages. That will definitely help for conversions. Also, we don't have any control over the data, basically. It's very hard to even get the emails. And another thing is, when someone is signing up, why does Skool collect their information first before they're even allowed to enter their credit card details? Like, you have to sign up to Skool, you have to get a verification code, then you got to hope that the person doesn't lose interest because you're adding layers of friction now, and then they start paying us. Like, first it should be credit card details, then you make an account. Can we get paid, please? You know, I'd like to get paid. Like I'm in business. You guys get paid. Why does Skool get everything? I already pay you guys $99 a month, plus other people that are referred to the platform as well, and fees and things like that. So why are you making it harder for me? You know what I mean? That's what I'm kind of wondering. Like, why have you set up the product to be a little bit harder for me? Why are you lowering conversion rates for me? So I got to have a separate landing page where they get information about the course. Then they go through it. Then they want to sign up. They're ready to join. And then you tell them they need to make another account. And then it needs to be verified. And then and only then can they enter their credit card details. Also, there should be a functionality with these communities to get rid of the unnecessary stuff here. About once someone is online, once someone is joined, why do they need to go to the about page again? Like, what is that about? You know what I mean? Like, it's just kind of ridiculous. Now, the next thing, guys, is there's not enough data. Nowhere near enough data. I don't know what my actual conversion rate is that month. It's all just 7 days, 7 days, 7 days. Why can't I select and see a graph, whether I'm improving or not? Why are there no graphs when it comes to revenue? What's that about? Like, I need to actually see the churn over time. I don't want to see the churn on a split 7 days, a snapshot of the last 7 days. I want to see a proper timeline. Like, I want to have actual features where I'm like, okay, look, what has been my revenue totally over the last 6 months? Why do I need to track all this stuff? You have all the data. Just give it to me. You know what I mean? Just give me the data. Like, that's what I want, because then I can optimize. Okay, where am I going wrong? How many people signed up using this particular price point? How many people signed up using that particular price point? Also, tiers. We need tiers when it comes to this. Like, right, when someone's signing up, I want them to have like certain access and other access. Just let me customize it. Also, let me use discount codes. Can I use some discount codes, please? Can I tell people I'll use this code to get 20% off? So there's a lot of things like that. Look, there are upsides. Obviously, there's some nice things here as well. Certain parts are very simple, but certain parts are just, not really thought through. And I know that Hormozi said, oh, it doesn't matter about the product. You should only care about the marketing. Well, I'd like you guys to focus on the product because we do the marketing for you. We're the community owners. We're driving thousands and thousands, if not tens of thousands of, per community, let's say, depending on the traffic source, but like we're driving tens of thousands of people a month to a community. So we're doing the marketing for you, for Skool. So maybe just make the product better, and I don't want to be sassy and things like that, but like, just genuinely, lads, like, you're supposed to be the top guys. Can we optimize this for actual marketing? That'd be nice. For actual sales, that'd be nice. Stuff to just get rid of stuff that's not necessary. Add in stuff that's necessary. Let us control the data. That'd be pretty nice. Those are the main things. Now, the things that I like, obviously, there's the classroom, as I said, is great. Being able to see the members, that's great. In some ways, I don't want to go into my members list right now, but I want to see like a better display of all the members and their actual, how long they stayed. Each member, like, can I contact them afterwards? I want to be able to do that. Can I bring them into the community? Like, I actually want to do that. I want to have better functionality for chat. I have to set up a separate area for me to chat with the community members. So I had to set up a Telegram, because it's like a notice board almost. You know what I mean? A billboard, a notice board, whatever you want to call it. It's very hard to keep the community going that way, okay? Now, would I recommend Skool for someone starting out? Sure. Look, if you want to start out and you want it simple, Skool's okay. Skool's decent to start with. But I do think later on for scale, when the communities get bigger, let's say, or you want alternative sort of functionality, I think there should be more customization available. Right now, so many things are cut off and limited. This feels like it's made for like someone who doesn't know how to use a computer, someone who's never marketed before. But you're getting a lot of serious marketers joining, a lot of people who have serious experience in business. I think it'd be better for you to, or at least make a new kind of tier, charge double or triple for like ultimate customization. That would be nice. And then include like landing pages. You need a landing page, this about page. I mean, it's very difficult to convert people with just this. We'll put it that way. And as I said, get rid of this, get rid of that. So anyway, these are my thoughts on Skool. Give it a shot yourself, guys, if you want. Look, I have nothing against the company. I'm still rooting for Alex and Sam. I like both of them. I want them to do well. but there's just a couple of things there that need to be sort of ironed out and fixed. Cheers, guys. That was episode 5 of Marketing Under the Microscope, and I'll see you in the next one.